Ugh. Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I know it's been a hot minute since the last time I uploaded, I believe 2 months. Today I just felt motivated, energized to come on here and record a little festive look and also talk about the Selena series that's currently streaming on Netflix. I know I've been reading a lot of like negative comments, reviews on Instagram and online, so just wanted to chat about it because I did end up watching the whole series. Yeah, if you're interested in that and just catching up a little bit, just keep on watching. For foundation today, I am using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the color Bronze Beige. It works pretty well, it's just that the smell, I don't know, smells funky. This is more of a medium coverage matte foundation, which I shouldn't be using, especially during this time. During winter, my face tends to get a lot more drier than it normally is. Oh, I forgot to prime. 1 second. For my primer, I did get a little, I got a sample from Milk Makeup. This is the famous Hydro Grip Primer. By the way, if you guys haven't tried this one out, this is from Maybelline. This is that Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade. This is in deep brown. Very affordable, and I feel like my eyebrows stay intact with this. They don't smudge off. So, I'm gonna try to talk about the Selena series as unbiased as I feel like I can possibly be. Of course I'm biased, I'm a Selena fan. I was very emotional in the first episode when I started to watch, which, by the way, spoiler alert, if you have not watched the series, this is not the video to watch. But if you have, you can probably agree or disagree with me, which is fine. Everyone has their personal opinions about it. Having grown up hearing her music, acting like her, I have my sister and we would both pretend to be her as kids with our boots. We would sing, lip sync to her songs, and it's crazy because I still remember the day she passed. I was like 3 years old. We were in our family van and they told my sister that she had passed, and my sister started crying and I didn't understand, but since I saw her crying, I started crying. And ever since then, like, I'll never forget that moment. Ever since then, we always grew up listening to her music, watching her interviews, you know, trying to be like her, this Mexican-American woman that made it in a male-dominated music industry, the Tejano music. So she's always been an inspiration to us. When they announced that they were gonna make a Selena series on Netflix, I was very excited, but at the same time I was very apprehensive because when you're a fan of someone, you critique everything, right? And you don't want them to mess it up. And so I was just nervous to watch it because I felt like I wasn't gonna like it. And if you guys have seen the Tupac movie, horrible movie, by the way. I mean, I can consider myself a fan of his music, and when I watched it, I was so upset. I didn't want to finish watching it because it was just trash. But anyway, watching this series, the first episode, I was just very nervous. And honestly, I feel like I enjoyed watching the series. I just had to do my eyebrows off camera real quick because then I'd be here all day trying to get my words out and not really concentrating. But some of the things people have been criticizing the series about is about the actress Christian Serrato, I believe her name is. Okay, Christian Serratos. But yeah, they're saying that she's not the same. She doesn't look like her, she doesn't have the same body figure. And yes, the body figure I do agree with, but I do feel like she looks like her. I feel like she looks like Selena, like in a subtle way. It's not a very obvious, oh my gosh, she looks like her, but there were some gestures that she was doing in the series that reminded me of Selena. Her eyes do look a little bit elongated, kind of like the way Selena had them. But if you look at pictures of JLo playing Selena and Christian, They both have a little bit of similarities to Selena. For my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be doing a little festive look. So I was thinking of going in with my KKW Beauty and just using like these colors over here. And then I'm going to put like a glittery lid. So we'll see how that goes. If you look at pictures of JLo as Selena, you'll see that she does have the body. She does have the big lips. But JLo didn't really look like Selena. She just, you know, dressed as her, acted like her. So yes, we're so used to seeing someone else play Selena that people are so against Christian playing her. But it's like, JLo can't play Selena anymore. JLo's in her 50s. So I feel like that argument that people are making, like, oh, you guys should have got JLo, that's just a negative comment to just throw out there. Okay. And then the second thing that I was seeing a lot of people talk about is that it's not solely based on Selena. So it's based on her family, you know, the struggles that they had to go through, which to that I say trying to make her a star was like a family effort that everyone contributed to. Dad trying to get them a label, to like getting the group together, to the brother AB writing and composing the songs. Her sister had to learn to play the drums. You know, Selena having to lead the group, and it wasn't just her, you know what I mean? It wasn't like she just hopped onto YouTube, made a cover, and she blew up. It was a family hustle. I think it's important for them to show the family's struggle, their family's journey to get from the bottom to, you know, to the top before she was murdered. So people saying that, oh, it's not all about Selena, it's about AB and the dad. I think the series shines a little bit of light on everyone. Yes, it shines more light on the dad because he was the one that started the entire group. You know, they show that from there, I think it was Pete, the writer, he got his own album and he called him the tree. You know, you are the tree that planted all these roots, and because of him, like, you know, different opportunities came. Since everyone was so upset and about them showing everyone else's life as well and didn't really solely focus on her, I feel like maybe they should have changed the name of the series to Selena y los Dinos. That way, I mean, people would have still watched. I mean, I know I would have still watched. But maybe that way people wouldn't have all these high expectations about it, because then they would know that the series was going to show more of the family and the group rather than just Selena. Oh, I did see the comments about the wigs. Okay, there was one wig in particular that I was just like, they could have done a way better job at gluing it down or making it look more realistic. It's the one where she has straight hair, and I think she was at the mall shopping. I don't know, it just looks super fake. And it's like, dude, come on. But besides that, I don't think I have any other like negative review. It's not that it's a negative review, but it's kind of like a just really. But I don't think I have anything else to say. Like, I was very emotional watching it, and they were using her real music, her real song, her real voice. We couldn't help but start tearing up because it's like, she's been an inspiration to us since we were little girls, to a lot of people, and just watching this on a platform like Netflix is just a big deal. And I think we should be a little bit more appreciative towards the fact that they are showing more of her upbringing. I thought it was crazy when AB tells his dad, and he's so excited, Dad, I heard the first song on the radio, and the dad's just like, and? You know how many people do one-hit wonders? Where's the next one? And it's a real thing. I mean, just because you get to one place doesn't mean you're gonna stop there, which it is a little harsh on the dad, you know, I feel. But I mean, that only gave us the results that we know now. The stardom, all the hit singles, the Como la Flor, like all of these amazing songs that he wrote and she obviously sang beautifully is because of that, because of not settling. And I just think it's an inspiring series. It just shows you the hustle, you know, dreams are possible. You just need to keep working at them and keep moving forward. The part though that I did get a little annoyed watching was when Selena and Chris were secretly dating behind everyone's back, and Suzette ends up finding out, and instead of her being like supportive towards her sister, or like, you know, just a little bit more understanding, she was just all pissed off. And I understand that the dad was very controlling, or like very professional, and he didn't want to mix business with pleasure. Having Selena date him, it was just gonna get messy. And a lot of people know that have dated people from their work. It's all fine and dandy until shit hits a fan. So I do understand that, but I feel like as a sister, she should have, I don't know, she should have been there for Selena. Especially because she felt so alone. She felt like she was betraying her dad, you know, and all because she wanted to be with Chris. So I thought that was just very, I found myself being annoyed with Suzette. But I watched some interviews with her, talking a little bit about the series, because she is also an executive producer on the show. So they were asking her some questions, how difficult it is going back and remembering these things for the show, because they give you a lot more details than the movie did. People don't understand, her life can't be summed up in 2 hours, and they're giving us way more information than they did in the movie. So she has to remember a few things, and she said that one of the hardest moments for her to watch in the series is when the dad's trying to make her understand the beat of the music and the different instruments that it's being played. And she said that it was tough for her because Selena and her brother picked up on it really fast, and she couldn't, you know, that was very frustrating for her. I can't even imagine the pressure, because if you don't make music, I mean, how are you gonna eat, you know? And for all of them, I feel, was a lot of pressure that the dad was putting on them. Obviously Selena was hiding her relationship from Chris, and I could just feel the anxiety through the screen of her trying to be with this guy, and not because she didn't want to upset her father, but love always wins. And obviously we know that they got married, and they haven't showed that in the series, which I'm very excited for season 2. Season 2 is going to be more of what we know about her, you know, success, her songs, her getting married, and ultimately her final days. I'm going to be using this e.l.f. eyeshadow topper. I don't even know if it's an eyeshadow topper. I think it's just an eyeshadow, but I'm just gonna use this on top of the eyeshadow that I have on my lid. I do appreciate all of the new info that we're getting, because I mean, it's pretty hard for them to remember and relive those memories, especially with someone that's no longer here. And for the world to watch, I feel like that's a little bit, that's putting yourself out there to be vulnerable and criticism. Let's go ahead and conceal. I'm taking my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Macadamia. I do also feel very heartbroken for Chris, having his love of his life taken away from him. And there's been a lot of back and forth with the family. I know there's been a lot of like legal disputes because the dad doesn't want to give a portion of the income simply because he was married to Selena, because the dad states that, you know, it was a family business. Chris was only married to her for 3 years. It's not like he helped them rise to fame. By the time they hired him, they were already releasing albums and whatnot, which is true, but at the same time, that's still Selena's husband, you know? And if she were alive today, I don't think she'd be too happy with the dad's decisions and the lawsuits. I know he was supposed to come out with the series himself based on their life together, telling his side of the story of how he met her, you know, just their love story, but the dad ended up suing and the show got canceled. Chris did write a book. It's called To Selena with Love. It's his side of the story, his experience with the family, the dad, when he got kicked out of the bus, the famous scene we all know about. And I haven't read it. I've seen quotes from the book online. My sister has it and she's supposed to let me borrow it once she's done reading it, but I feel like getting it myself. I might just buy it for myself, even though she lets me borrow it and I read it. It's just kind of a good nice collectible item, I feel. Him releasing that and giving us all that extra information also adds more depth to her and to her life and to their life together. I'm gonna try to attempt a wing eyeliner. My wing eyeliner came out a little bit thicker than I had hoped for, but I was just trying to sabotage this one that I messed up, but whatever, we're moving past it now. And then I'm gonna pop on my favorite lashes. These are the Ardell Wispies. Since I want to open up my eye and not make it look any smaller, what you want to do is place this a little bit more towards the center over here and not right in the corner of your eye, because that'll make your eye open up a little bit more. Black eyeliner in the waterline. Ultimately though, I do feel that Abraham should allow Chris to make his own series of him and Selena. I thought that was shady that he pretty much sued him so he can cancel that show. I feel like there's no need for so much power. I mean, they're making millions of dollars. I don't want to be on like Team Quintanilla or Team Chris Perez. I'm on Selena's team and I'm just a fan of her, you know, her music, her hustle, her charisma, her how humble she was. I see interviews and it's like, oh my gosh. I do hope to visit her museum one day. We were actually supposed to go out there this year before Rona ruined everything. So maybe next year for sure, or the year after, but it's definitely one of the spots on my travel list to visit one day and see all of her outfit changes, her pictures, memorabilia that I haven't seen before in the museum. I think will be a really nice, unforgettable trip. That is my little spiel, I guess, about the Selena series. I'm not mad with it. I'm not disappointed either. Overall, I was pretty satisfied with the series and I'm excited for season 2. I'll definitely be watching, crying for sure, singing. If you haven't seen it and you're still watching this video, hopefully you're not too disappointed with it. This makeup tutorial slash Selena series review wouldn't be complete without using none other than her lipsticks. This is Amor Prohibido. And the other one is Dreaming of You, which is this burgundy red color. But for today's look, I think I'm just gonna go with Amor Prohibido, which is this one. Oh, and also in the series, they give a backstory of her grandparents or her great-grandparents' love story. And she calls it Amor Prohibido, which I'm pretty sure that's where obviously the name of the song comes from. Which I think that's pretty cool. Like little details like that, I love. Even when I tell a story or when I'm listening to a story, I just don't like to get a story without any like details. I don't know. I know I'm not the only one out there. I ask like 101 questions. So the fact that they're giving me all of that, they're like definitely satisfying my thirst. Okay, but first I'm just gonna go and outline my lips with MAC's Oak lip liner. So moisturizing too. All right, and that is it for today's little makeup look slash Selena series review. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and I hope you enjoyed the topic of conversation today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Hit that like button and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys before the end of the year. Oh my gosh. Hope you guys have a really happy and safe holiday. Even if you guys don't do anything this year, don't feel too bad. Everyone's on the same page. But with all of that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. I feel like Selena has helped us all through some form of therapy when going through a breakup and relate to the lyrics in her song. No Me Queda Más to me is like my absolute favorite. I have a lot of favorite songs of hers, but I think No Me Queda Más hits me. It just hits different. I don't know, for some reason, but I just love it. The music video, you know, she's all in white. Such an angel.